Hello, we're back with Bless the Bitties, Season 13, Episode 7. Madeline Altamirano.
Oh.
I can't use your...
Bless the Bitties.
No,
Hi. Hey.
What, are you working at a school that you can't say your name in front of hundreds of tens of listeners?
My listeners know me as Maddie. That's it. It's like Madonna.
Well, I go by J-La, Jesse LaSala, J-Al LaSalle. It's a popular one among
J-Al LaSalle.
Jesse Alexander. It's one of my stage names. Pompous Douchebag. That's a popular one.
Did you give that to yourself?
No. Just this one person who said that to me. And I thought it was a great nickname.
It stuck.
Yeah. But really just, your favorite podcaster, this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Jesse, everybody. Woo!
This is episode 13 of it's the 7th episode of the 13th season. Check that,
13 season.
You wrote that wrong on our notes. What's going on here?
It looks right to me. Okay.
We are doing the Tournament of Champions, which is, for those of you who don't know, we like to stay a little competitive, right?
We are very competitive. I think that's amazing.
But, we both want to be the best.
Of course.
So it wouldn't be cool if it was just like, oh, I'm a girl, LOL, I'm just gonna try, but I know he's gonna win, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
You're like,
it's not like that.
Nah, bitch.
Not at all. Because I will kick your ass in some pool. And that is a fact.
All right, but when you say it like that, the image in my head is the Black Widow on ESPN at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday afternoon shooting some fucking stick.
Okay. You saw,
Like knocking it all in before you even have a chance to shoot. Okay. That's how you make it sound.
The way I interpret this is that I make some amazing shots. I make shots that I don't even see coming.
Right.
But I got these angles and they work.
Trust me.
You saw this.
I have seen this happen. This is what makes it so maddening. We're both the same player. Okay? Trust me.
I don't get the 8-ball in.
Here's I'm getting to this, Chooch. I am a victim of my own circumstances because I lose the game on the official pool rules in which, yes, I get the 8-ball in prematurely an inordinate amount of time. Inordinate.
Inordinate.
Yes, I can write it down, but I can't spell it out loud. It is maddening to me that we both have the same skill when it comes to shooting shots in, but I just happen to take more chances, and thus the 8-ball finds its way to the hole. But lately, see, that was early. That was like a running gag. Lately, the new gag is it's down to me and the 8-ball. All I have to do is knock it in, and then I point to the hole that I'm shooting it in. I don't get it in that hole, but 9 times out of 10, I get it in one of the holes. Therefore, yes. I lose, which I will let you know. I don't know if you're aware. Most times, unless you're playing like a professional pool league or you're playing for money, it doesn't matter. You don't have to call the 8-ball. Like, that's a very rare thing that we're doing.
I never did that before.
Right. So
when we first started playing pool, I never did that.
Yeah.
It was just like you get it in, that's it.
Amongst friends.
I don't know where it took a turn.
Well, this is championship weekend. I mean, what do you want from me?
Rules.
That's what I'm saying.
Rules,
but
follow the rules.
Whenever you go and you're like cocking up to hit your little cue ball, and then you like accidentally hit the cue ball and it rolls like 2 inches forward, I'm like, that's okay.
Okay, but that's you. I would be fine just saying I'll take it. I know when to like back out, but you say it. So what do you want me to say? No.
All right, from
like,
now
what the
on,
hell?
let the record be known here on the podcast. We're playing laid back rules.
Lay back.
Yeah, we're playing what is it? A gentleman's handshake game of pool.
Yeah, it's for fun.
I just made that up.
Fun shade.
It's
Fun
a gentleman's
time.
agreement. All right. So anyway, yeah, we went played pool. Maddie won. Then we played shuffleboard. Both of our first times for a long while,
Yes.
and
That was fun.
it was very fun. You get to put like the Parmesan cheese on the big slick slab of wood.
You were putting it on like a pizza. Just like
You put a little
Sprinkle
mozzarella
it
and Parmesan and
Parmesan.
Italian flakes.
yeah, exactly.
Roasted red peppers. Is that cultural appropriation that I'm speaking in somewhat wannabe Italian?
No, it's not appropriation, but
What's the opposite of appropriation? Disappropriation? It's probably a fancier word than that.
Yeah.
We're moving on. So I went to Albertsons a couple weeks ago. Tried to buy a little bit of beer for me and my family. And some old woman with a fucking rose thorn up her ass looks at my New York ID, which I keep on me at all times because I like to have my driver's license always in the car, a personal ID on me. It's just,
I don't know why,
look,
but
it just makes sense, all right?
But you always have your wallet with you.
I
so
don't always.
Why wouldn't you?
Because sometimes you don't need your wallet if
You
your driver's
need
license is in the
everything
car.
all the time.
I have a bulky wallet, all right?
It's chunky.
I got guitar lessons from 1997 in there.
You got like hard candies in there.
Yeah. It's a Costanza wallet.
It definitely.
It pokes out.
Yeah, it would definitely make you lean if you had that in your back pocket.
I'll wear it in
now.
the front. I got a picture of you in there, by the way.
Yeah, I gave that to you. It's a terrible picture.
I love it. I look at it at least once every 2 months.
Wow, okay, cool.
So, went to Albertsons. The lady gave me she made me walk out to the car to get the fucking...
Right, because your New York State ID was expired.
Exactly.
And you didn't have your Louisiana license because you like to keep it in the car.
Did my age change in the moment that the card expired? It's probably the same age, right? It's like,
Yes.
It's not like, okay, so now that this card is expired, your age is no longer relevant.
Right. But did you think that she needed it for other reasons? Like
This
maybe
is
she
why
needed to scan it or
you
something?
get it. So, you're telling me you can't comprehend my age. I get it. You have to scan it or else it won't go through on the computer. You won't be able to ring it up. I get it.
Right.
Albertsons is pretty official. Okay? For anyone that doesn't have an Albertsons, it's like a Gelson's or some average...
Gelson's? I don't even know what a Gelson's
That's
is.
West Coast shit.
No idea.
East Coast, I would equate it to...
Trader Joe's?
No, Trader Joe's is better than Albertsons.
No, Trader Joe's is like bougie.
Yeah, Albertsons is like a step below Trader Joe's. Anyway. So I'm thinking they have to scan the ID in order for the purchase to go through. We go back. I get the same beer. I go through a different line. A different lady. She takes her glasses out of like a shelf that she has by the checkout. She puts her glasses on. She looks at my ID. She nods and she hands it back. Meaning, I'm sorry, this went a long way to prove a 1 point, but that woman was just a bitch.
Yeah, she must have been having a bad day.
It was like her day to be like, you know what? I work at this Albertsons, and I'm gonna flex on you right now.
I'm gonna make you work because I'm working, and you need to work.
Also, it was the 4th of July, remember?
Oh, yeah, yes.
So maybe, like, she was like, no one even invited me to a cookout that I could take off of work for.
Potentially.
You're right. Like, I wasn't even invited, but I could have been, and instead I'm working because I have nothing else to do. That's pretty sad.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I used to work in retail, I would work the holidays because I wanted to get paid more.
Well, yeah, if they have an incentive and there's literally nothing going on.
No, you get paid like time and a half, like if you work on a holiday or something.
Like, guys, this year Christmas is on the 21st.
Christmas is on me.
Because on the 25th, I'm getting that double dose.
No, you get it for the 24th too. That's a holiday.
Nice. Oh, yeah, Christmas Eve, of course. That's
Yeah.
arguably the busier of the two.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
All right, so we were going to do this organically.
Right. Are you okay?
I'm about to throw up.
Oh my God, no.
I'm thinking of some of the Black Mirror. We've been watching shows and we kind of ran out of shows. And now it's like none of these shows are as good as Black Mirror. Like, we have that murder show that we watch on YouTube.
Right.
And
okay, Black Mirror is like on a totally different level of like normal television or anything.
I would equate it to a drug. Like, all right, I have work in the morning. I'm definitely not going to pop acid at midnight before I go into work.
But let me go on a trip.
Right. Well, yeah.
In a different, alternate, futuristic world.
Well, Black Mirror is like taking acid on a Sunday night when you have work in the morning. All the other shows we watch, like Housewives, it's like having a glass of wine and you have work at 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know? Black Mirror, it's a whole different pill to swallow. So, for anyone who hasn't watched, these are the ones to watch. Even though we don't have the names of them. You just have to, like, figure it out.
Yes, we'll describe it to you. Okay, Jesse. And I feel like we might have, like, the same ones.
All right,
We'll just say one and then I'll say one.
Here's the thing. We don't know the names of any of them. So, you're just going to have to listen to the description and figure it out for yourself. Or, if you never watched it before, if this isn't something that sits well with you, maybe don't watch it. But it's on Netflix. And it's, not only will it freak you out, it's done really well. Like, the camera work, everything is perfect about it. And it's good, which is very rare.
Yes. It's always a good story.
Like Black Widow with Scarlett Johansson, that is probably filmed impeccably. The graphics is probably great. But the storyline and everything else around it is just like, all right, what the hell are we doing? Black Mirror is filmed, edited very well, and it fucks your brain.
It makes you think. So,
here are my scariest episodes. So there's the one with... Okay, so a girl and her boyfriend kidnapped this little tiny girl and, like, basically are accountable for her death. They were sexually assaulting her, or it was implied. The guy was.
It was implied.
Yeah, the guy was...
Don't give too much away.
All right, well, yeah. So they're responsible for her death. The guy kills himself, I believe. And this woman is stuck in this vortex of being drugged, being bewildered, and she's stranded in a forest. She doesn't know that she's part of, like, this amusement park in which people can come and watch her get hunted down by these actors, basically. And she thinks it's real. So she thinks she's being hunted down, and all these actors are like acting like they're helping her out or trying to kill her, and she thinks she's been saved, and then all of a sudden she gets sat down, and it's like it's all a reality show.
Right. It's just like people. Basically, she's being tortured
She's being
every day.
Played the martyr
it's like a prison,
in public.
But every day it's like a bad Groundhog Day.
Yeah, and everybody knows about her. Like, she's like a hated celebrity, and they feel like because of what she was a part of, now she can just be manipulated like this.
Part of this like public humiliation.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
it's very dark. Now
mean,
that like I say it out loud.
Yeah, well, think about like hangings in town squares. Like, even if you weren't even if they didn't have enough proof to convict you on something, it was just like, nah, this guy's an asshole. Like, people just hate him, and it's such a small town. It's just like, dude, I really did not do this, and they're like, fuck it, everyone hates you, so
everyone
sorry.
Raised their hands. We
it's basically
voted on it.
It's like Big Brother. You know, it's like whoever they evict could be like the nicest person in the world, and they're just like, nah, it doesn't work out with my overall plan in this game, so you're out. We're gonna hang you in the middle of the entire town. That's basically what this is. So that's a creepy ass episode because, okay, so anything like when I was a child, the idea of infinity really freaked me out. Whenever I first wrapped my head around it, I was probably like 8 years old. I was like, what happens whenever the numbers don't stop? And my mom was like, well, that's infinity. It just keeps going. But when does it stop? It doesn't. I freaked out. So the idea of conscious infinity, like people that like want to live forever, and it's just like you never get to not think. That's sort of insane in itself. But then whenever you put some parameters around it, which I'm going to get to another example of this, parameters of having to do the same thing where you wake up every morning, they drug you, you just live in infinity doing the same thing until
but like also she doesn't know that this is happening every day. She just sort of just like wakes up with like no memory.
Right.
Like bits and pieces of things.
Right.
She doesn't know.
Yeah. They drug her so much that she has no concept that the previous day has happened. She just has like little spots of flashes of like, oh wait, this is a clue. But it's never like, oh, I'm gonna piece all these together and get free. It's like, no, they leave it where it's like, this is this bitch's life forever.
Right.
So that's pretty terrifying, but that's sort of sci-fi-ish, like probably that would never happen unless Russia took over and, the world will be burnt to a crisp by then. So, the second one, the metal dogs. This episode is, I forget what the whole premise is. This is, again, why we have to go back and watch it, but something about they were trying to get some information that would get it, like they were doing good. Like they were trying to get like a girl's, she had like cancer or something. They were trying to get some medical records that were locked away for some reason. Something like that where it was like they were breaking the law for good.
Right.
And they had a whole team that went in to try to get these files that were locked away and secret for whatever reason. And then they got caught and they sent out these robotic dogs to search and hunt these people down with tracking devices that everyone apparently has at this point. Right. This is in the future. And so they just like search relentlessly these dogs and just pop out little pistols out of their head and just shoot the people. Yeah. And they can run faster than humans or actual dogs. So it makes it even more terrifying. They can climb up trees. Like, they're fucking legit animal robots.
Well, we know that New York has these robot police dogs.
That's what makes this shit so much more terrifying. Because we watched this probably 2 years ago.
More than 2 years ago.
Maybe,
probably.
yeah. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And these dogs got strutted out on the streets of New York. Had to have been maybe 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Because we were already out of New York by then.
Here, yeah.
That is
Crazy.
terrifying. And then I think they recalled them.
Of course.
Yeah. But they're out there.
They're coming.
They're ready to go.
Need a little tweaks. Some tweaks here, some tweaks there. But they're ready.
That was a test run.
Woo.
Fucking gross. Okay. So that's like the second most terrifying. The number one. Because it's sort of happening as we speak. There's this, I think it's one of the newer seasons. There's a girl, she's not really a loser, but she's not like one of the popular girls. This is like college, or like post-college.
This is one of the older seasons.
Yeah. So she is invited to this really popular rich girl's wedding, and she's like, oh my god, she's like a 19 rated person, and I'm only like rated 7 or something like that. So they have like this system where every time you communicate with someone on your phone, they can upgrade you. They can like...
Yeah, you can rate them. Like if you buy coffee from somebody, you can rate the barista and they can rate you. Yeah, so like every interaction you have with any stranger, or friend for that matter, can be rated through some system and your overall number goes up. Sort of like in NBA 2K, Madden, FIFA, Call of Duty, you name it. You know, you're just constantly upgrading your rating. They do this in real life. This bitch gets off on some terrible mishaps where it's just like, oh, that could have been anybody's fault. Like, it wasn't a big deal. She falls on some hard luck, goes to this wedding with a terrible rating. She like can't even get into certain things because her rating is so low. They're like, I'm sorry, this requires a 7 or up. Yeah. So she has to sleep in her car because she can't get a hotel room. That kind of shit. That's terrifying because it's almost here. Like, they say The Simpsons predicts the future where they've predicted an insane amount of things that have actually happened in real life. And that's terrifying. Black Mirror is predicting things that are happening and are going to happen that are not only terrifying, like maybe life-ending. Like... life-ruining, yes. Yes. Where it's just like, haha, oh, Simpsons predicted Donald Trump to be president. Oh, he actually was. That's fucking crazy. Haha. They predicted auto dogs that kill people with shotguns coming out of their eyes. Ha 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 ha. Woo! So yeah. Okay. Yes. What are yours? Those are pretty scary. What are yours? I got some. Okay. The first one. I'm starting with the scariest for me. This one's pretty scary. But also almost happening. Could be almost happening. Okay. Do you remember this episode? Because I don't remember the name. This woman kills some guy in a hotel. And it turns out there could be somebody that's actually witnessed this crime. No, I don't remember this one. What the hell? Was he trying to rape her or something? No, remember, okay, the woman that does the insurance, she was doing some insurance claim in the building across the street or something like that, or around the area, and she like plugs in some device where she can see their memories or what they've seen. Oh, wow. Yeah, their memories. So basically... she's like witness to a crime. Right, she's like witness to a crime because she did one of these tests on this woman who killed somebody and saw that she murdered somebody. And she couldn't unsee it. And what happened after was very terrifying. That one was very scary to me. Because the killer like she was like, she had no remorse. She was like psychotic.
Yeah.
That one, I don't know why that one always like stays in my mind because it's just so bizarre to me.
Yeah.
That one.
That one sucks, but it's a little further from reality.
Oh no, definitely further.
Like it's
further
like,
from the ratings.
Like on the spectrum of sci-fi, it's probably like a 9. Like it's up there.
Yes.
Where like, okay, well, we're gonna have to take a leap of faith.
I feel like there's a couple of Black Mirror episodes that involved looking at past memories through your eyes.
Right.
Like your eyes recording your whole
Yeah.
life and memories
but
and everything
the
like
cool
that.
Way
You
that
can
they
rewind and watch again.
Yeah, that was one of the earlier episodes
Yeah.
where the dude is watching his girlfriend fuck some other guy back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, like when he was away.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yes.
Yes. It was her cheating on him.
Yes.
And then it turns out to be that guy's baby.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh.
Okay. You are like giving spoilers away.
Well,
what if our listeners want to watch?
Well,
I mean,
this is only like 5 episodes, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you don't even know the names of these episodes. We don't even know the names.
Yeah, you'll figure it out, bitch.
All right. Another one. Oh, I just like... I'm like drawing a blank right now. The one where there's some alternate universe where everybody has to watch TV constantly and they're on a treadmill.
Yes.
That one is very bizarre.
They're almost like prisoners.
Yeah, it's like almost like a prison. Like they have to like get a certain amount of credits or whatever.
Yeah, so you wake up every day. You're in this like little pod, probably 10 feet by 10 feet, and you're watching this universal stream of all these it's like commercials and it's
right, it's like ads, commercials, porn, like all this like random stuff. It's just basically like everything on the internet, and you can like try out for reality shows.
Right. Well, you get up every day, you run on a treadmill.
Yeah, you get enough credits or whatever money.
Yeah, and so the longer you stay on the treadmill, you get more coins. It's like you're living in a video game, and the whole time you're running on this treadmill, you're watching TV, basically. You can choose what station you want to watch, and then you go back to your little pod, and, you eat, whatever. This is like some weird society that I hope we never get to. But this dude gets in love with this girl. They're both... I think they meet each other while they're eating or something.
Yeah, like in the cafeteria.
And she's like, "Oh, yeah, I'm a singer. I want to be a singer, and blah blah blah. I have these dreams." And like he hears her sing or some shit, and he's like, he saves up all his tokens and gives it to her so she can try out for this reality show. She doesn't get it because all the misogynistic hosts are like, "Oh, why don't you take your top off? Come on, you'd be better as a porn." And they just make her into a porn star. So this dude had the chance to get out, but instead he gave all his credits to this girl who turned out to be a whore. And then he has to lay in his room building up his credits again. And on the TV, it's just
like the porn ads.
Yeah, the
pop
porn
up.
ads.
It's that same girl that pops up.
It's the American Idol type girl who he like gave his credits to, and she's just getting railed. And he has to, like, watch it.
Yeah. It does have a kind of happy ending, depending on how you look at it. But that one terrified me.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about the ending. I won't give it away. My bad.
The next one that it really freaked me out, and I don't think you like this episode, but I really like it.
Oh, the Miley Cyrus one?
No. The one where... I feel like I have the actual name on the tip of my tongue of the episode, but it's the one where the mom is like very overprotective of her daughter and like gets this like tracking GPS device on her.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like implanted in her eyes and brain, and like she can see what she's doing.
Right, at all times.
On like an iPad
yeah,
or something
she has
like
this
that.
little iPad, and she implants this device because, there's like some violence going on at the school, some kidnappings, when the girl is like, what, like
yeah,
4
like
or
she
5?
was like, she thought she was kidnapped, but she just kind of like got lost.
Yeah, so then she goes and signs up for this service.
overprotective.
She's a helicopter mom. She's like, oh my God, I can never let that happen again. Then it progresses, and all of a sudden she's like 14 or 15.
Right, she got this when she was a child, and now the kid is like in high school. She gets into some bad things.
Let's say some drug use and sexual contact.
And the mom is like very overprotective that she couldn't help.
Yeah,
but like watch.
Right, because the daughter like makes a fit about it at some point, and then she's like, "All right, I'll put it away." And then she keeps like going back into the cabinet and dragging it out and looking, and then she ends up looking at her daughter getting railed by some 16-year-old guy with acne, and she's like, "Oh."
Yeah. So then,
but the ending's kind of crazy, but yeah.
Yes, that one is a good one. I like that.
That's
one.
creepy. That's like a little appetizer for how creepy it gets.
Yeah, it's like on the good side of creepy. I'd say.
You're a sicko.
I feel like that could actually happen. That's why it's like a little creepy. It's going to happen. It's happening right now. People are being tracked all the time. GPS.
So that's your last one?
Yeah, that was my last one, yeah.
Go watch Black Mirror. It'll creep you the fuck out. It's on Netflix. Black Mirror. And they don't pay us to say this.
No.
They should.
We decided to say it like 15 times. Black Mirror.
All right, so we got some news. My news actually starts with a Bitty of the Week. How about that? This is to the news station in New York. You are my Bitty of the Week. I don't know what it is, but since we still have Hulu and we're technically in New York, we see the New York local news.
Yeah, which is fine.
I love it.
Me
fucking love it because I'm like, oh yeah, 43rd Street, interesting. But during the sports report, recently, 4th of July, a lot of fireworks. Well, a goalie for the Columbus Blue Jackets by the name of Matisse Klimelinkus, I think. Klimelinkus. Anyway, he died, okay, with a firework accident, okay? This man apparently, I don't know if he was the actual one that set it off, which would kind of make it a little less heroic, but he was a hero. He was a fucking hero, goddammit, because you know why? He stood in front of said firework and sustained some chest wounds, died. He stood in front of his teammate and his wife and their son and blocked that firework from hitting them. And I just have to say, I'm getting a little tap.
I applaud this guy, but I just need for people to understand that so many people get injured and or die due to fireworks on the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Like, it always happens. I don't understand how people don't learn from this.
Well, I think you're drinking and you're like, dude,
what? Get some sparklers.
I fucking got this, man. I'm just gonna light it and like take a couple steps and laugh. And meanwhile, yeah, you just lit it and walked away, but also you didn't realize that it was cocked to the left or it was on its side, when you're supposed to be standing it up, like,
yeah.
Or you don't realize how long it's gonna take for it to go off, and you still have it in your hand, and you lose a couple digits. So, yeah, Haven't popped fireworks, I don't know, since... I don't know, it's probably been like 15 years. I just have no interest in that. I don't understand the fascination. Here's where I can stand on middle ground with firework enthusiasts. If you want to go watch them because it looks cool and it's just like they blow up and then they blow up again and it's just like, oh my god, that was magical. But here I am looking at my computer's screensaver and it has like a bunch of different colored ribbons going around, like Will Ferrell in Old School where he's waving that ribbon around, the creative dancing. That's what it looks like on my screen, and that looks cool too.
You think that looks cool?
That looks kind of cool. It looks like a bunch of little ribbons dancing across my screen in different colors. But that's the same that I get out of watching fireworks. It's like, it's not really essential to my happiness. What is it that people need to blow off their fingers and or die from, shooting one in their mouth? It's just, it's very bizarre to me.
It's America.
Anyway,
America.
Back to my biddy of the week, the New York News. So this goalie, he's a goalie, right? He's apparently a hero. They show highlights of him giving up goals. So the whole point of a goalie in hockey, from what I know, is you're supposed to stop the puck from going into said goal.
Right.
They just showed a montage of this dude giving up these nasty goals where dudes were just swiping the puck right into the net and he was like falling on his ass trying to catch it. Why can't you find... I'm sure there is footage of him stopping a few from going in the net.
Yeah, if you don't have it, just do a slideshow pic.
Or just show his fucking face.
Yeah, just show his picture and do a voiceover. That's all you have to do.
I'm very disappointed. Whoever is in charge at the editing bay of New York News.
Which New York News?
I don't know, 6 or something. Is that one?
No.
Anyway, somebody was being spiteful, and that was a very rude thing because they knew that the program director was just like, yeah, whatever you can come up with on this guy from Columbus, just put it together, we'll throw it in, and they'll talk over it. And he was like, I'm going to show every dirty goal that this dude gave up.
Yep.
So...
Because you're any better.
Because you hate Columbus, Ohio? You asshole.
A lot of people hate Columbus, Ohio, but that's not the point.
He just got drafted to them. I'm like, it's not up to him. It's rude. All right.
Why are you in Columbus, Ohio?
He's a fucking hero. A teen was killed after jumping from a moving car during a fight with her mom. Now, Madeline, I know I've been in the car with my mom a few times and gotten into arguments, but how say you?
Same here.
Would you jump out of the car? Has it ever gotten that bad?
Yeah, you think about it at a stoplight. No? You've never thought about it at a stoplight. If you just walk out the car. I wouldn't necessarily jump out the car. I might wait for... Whoa. We'll be right back. We have some technical difficulties. Hang in there. Hang in there. Hang in there. As I was saying, there could be an opportunity that you might want to exit the vehicle, but you have to weigh those options. Yes.
How fast would the car have to be going before you would consider jumping out of it completely? Opening the door and rolling out of it.
A tuck and roll? I don't know. Maybe like approaching... I don't know, like maybe 10?
Yeah, because...
10 miles?
10 doesn't sound like a lot, but...
It's kind of fast.
That's fucking...
It's kind of fast. You're definitely going to get a bruise.
Also, how bad is the argument?
She called me a slut.
Zayla Avant-Garde of Louisiana, shout out, is the first black champion of the Scripps National Spelling Bee.
Yeah.
Woo! Apparently, she's also a badass in basketball.
Yes.
She can juggle.
She can do it all.
She's an alien.
Black girl magic.
Apparently. So she got offers, like, scholarships to LSU and I think Southern or Grambling. One of the two. She'll be at LSU. Let's see. Spectators will be banned from all venues at the Tokyo Olympics coming up in a couple of weeks because of COVID concerns.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I get it. Do you get it?
Yeah. I mean, Tokyo is pretty rational.
I get it.
Tokyo is pretty rational. I would think that they wouldn't want a bunch of tourists coming in with...
the Delta.
The Delta.
The Delta.
Yeah.
Delta.
See, Delta is such a Louisiana term because a delta is, in fact, when, you know, a piece of land splits into many different bodies of water. I think I have that right. And
wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So there's a Delta variant, and for the wrong reasons, Louisiana's in the news for having a lot of COVID cases spiking. So, yeah, good times. But, yeah, the Tokyo Olympics, still going to watch.
Oh, def gonna watch.
Just very interested to see how that all plays out.
Wait, when is the Olympics? Is it this year?
Yeah, it starts in a couple weeks.
Oh, yeah. Oh, summer, yes.
Mm-hmm. There's a new school guidance. CDC said Friday that in-person learning is a priority and vaccinated teachers and students do not need to wear masks.
Okay. How do you feel about this?
Well, Madeline, as a new teacher, I have to say, I don't care either way. It doesn't, I mean, you're never going to...
Kids suck, and they stink, and they're already germy.
Yeah. The whole point is, you're never going to be able to get a handle on it because there is a little clause in this whole vaccination where you can't require for someone to show you that they've been vaccinated because it violates HIPAA laws. So you can show it to them if you want to.
It's not true. They can get around it.
HIPAA laws prevent anyone from accessing certain medical...
It's just a vaccine. It's just a vaccine, okay? When I had to work at the nursing home, they gave me a form and said, are you taking the flu shot? If not, sign this waiver. Boom.
Right, but I think it's different.
Boom. It's not different. How is it different? It's a vaccine. It's a fucking vaccine. How is it different?
I think, I mean, you're definitely right. You're definitely right. But what I'm saying is, for some reason, there's some clause that I'm unaware of where because this is a experimental vaccine.
Okay, I have a better thing. And this is like kind of obvious. Just why doesn't the employer just ask the employee if they got their vaccine? If they say yeah, because they got it. If they say, what? You're not supposed to ask, then they didn't get it.
Well, what if they say yeah and they didn't get it?
I don't believe that.
If I didn't get the vaccine and my new job was asking me if I got the vaccine, I would be like, yeah, of course. Just to get the job.
So if you say yes, then just be like, oh, let me see your card.
But
boom!
I don't think they can do that.
Yeah, but if they already said yes, then what's the problem? Show the card. Oh, you don't got it?
Oh.
Oh, you're a liar? Bye.
I lit it on fire as soon as I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting to monitor whenever school starts back up. Los Angeles is already requiring you to wear a mask,
Yeah, I'd like to wear a mask.
even if you've gotten the vaccine.
Oh yeah, I need to double mask.
Yeah, on the plane. Maddie's going to New York without me. How dare her?
Oh yes, I'm double masking. I have a hoodie. I'm literally, and sunglasses.
Yeah.
No one's gonna see me.
You're gonna be that
I'm
bitch.
gonna be invisible, basically.
You could be.
I'm gonna be Slender Man.
You could be a basketball player, for all they know.
Yeah, I'm wearing black leggings and some sneakers, a huge book bag. Yeah, I'm the
bag.
Indiana Fever right here.
Right. So some dudes are gonna be like, really questioning, like, oh, that's a nice ass. Oh wait, is that a dude? Is that a girl? I don't know. He's tall. They there is tall.
Yes, I would like for people to think that about me.
While you're traveling.
Yes.
Just don't wear
sunglasses will be on. It's like goggles for me.
Wear some gloves over your hands so they don't see the engagement ring. Oh yeah. Oh,
my purple gloves. I could do this.
Yeah, just throw your
I will be
over.
doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not touching anything. I'm scared. I'm not gonna get into this, but you know.
Well, T-minus 4 hours, you'll be on a plane.
What?
The world's deepest pool has opened in, what is it, Dubai? Yeah, Dubai. It's an underwater city. So basically you have to get into scuba gear and you can play fucking foosball.
Why?
They have a bar down there.
How?
It's 196 feet deep.
Mm.
The volume of, speaking of the Olympics, 6 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
Yeah.
And they have apartments, a library, an arcade. Would you go down there?
I might pass. I just don't see the point.
I'll take a tour.
Are there fishes involved?
No. There's no
okay,
fish.
so
it's
then
a
what's
pool.
the...
It's a pool.
Well, then no. If I'm going to be in scuba gear, I want to see some fishes.
But then there's like fish doo-doo in the water that you're
Yeah, but you're in scuba gear.
Yeah, but you're still living in that water. Like, this is a pool as opposed to like a lake or the ocean. The sea.
Well, then no.
They have apartments.
No.
They got foosball.
Well, absolutely.
They're playing NBA Jam down there. All right. I wouldn't do it either, but still, I want to see at least a documentary about it. Right?
Yes.
I'll be like, oh, that
someone
looks so
living
cool.
there for like
right.
a
It's
month
like,
or something.
This is actually terrible, but they said I had to stay down here for 60 days or else I won't get my money. So I'm just trying to make it through. Every day we have to refill our oxygen tanks. That's the most terrifying part. And we have to eat through a straw, which is inserted through our nose or our ass. This is not what I signed up for. Iceland, which is actually the greenest of the lands. You know, Greenland is actually icy. Iceland is very greeny. They called for a 4-day work week. They did an experiment. It was an overwhelming success.
Oh my.
A 4-day work week. Imagine it.
We can do it. We can do it. People, please. Why do we need to work 5 days in a row? This is too much.
This is the kind of thing where, okay, so we grew up without smartphones, right? And, you know, the generation before us grew up with smartphones and, fill in the blank, social media, etc. The next one's going to move on and have something else. The next one's going to move on, will be dead, and that's going to be when there's a 4-day work week.
Yeah, because
We're going to miss it by
the U.S.
2
cannot
generations.
handle that. They can't even comprehend that in this, like, capitalist, like, country where, oh, we have to work all the time. If we're not working, then, you know, shit's gonna hit the fan. Oh, you have to come into the office. Why? I can work from home. No, you have to come to the office. Like, why are we doing this to ourselves? Nobody wants to work for the rest of their lives. So why don't we just make it easy for everybody, since we have to fucking do it to get money to live in this fucking country?
Yeah.
Why can't we make it easy?
The United States is, I mean, as much as we want to prop it up as being the best country in the world, it has several shady aspects to it, which put us, I don't know, right in the middle. And that's considering all of the shithole countries, as Donald Trump would say, which need our help, which we're actually helping out in trade for shit that we never see, but it makes it pretty difficult to live as an American citizen. Another stat they threw out was that working full-time at minimum wage will not afford you a 2-bedroom apartment anywhere. Like, the living cost in the United States is not supported by the minimum wage, which has been on average about $7 an hour, $7.25 for like 30 or 40 years.
Yes.
And meanwhile, Jeff Bezos and whatever the fuck his name are going to space because they're smart. They want to get the fuck out of here because they know it's a declining planet. And
get your ass to Mars.
We gotta go build like a super race and get rid of all these losers that have overpopulated the goddamn planet.
Total recall, it's happening.
Yeah.
Keep a lookout.
But anyway, that 4-day weekend, oh God, that would be great. I'll take a 3-day weekend though. But that 4-day work week would be the least you could do.
Everyone would be so much happier.
It would just create a morale boost. There would probably, like, murder would go down. You know, people would have less kids. No, that's not true. They would still keep having kids.
Oh, people will still be having kids. Trust.
An Australian woman was hospitalized after waking up to a mouse eating her eyeball.
Ah! See, Ralph he could have did that.
Yeah, we had a mouse.
No, Jesse, I just happened to be there.
Well,
unfortunately,
I had a mouse that would visit us, and it was like my first 6 months in Brooklyn, and I thought it was the cutest thing. It did, in fact, gnaw a hole into my book sack, but it was cool. I was okay with it.
Because Jesse kept snacks there all the time.
Yeah, so he would eat my candy. But I felt like it was a win-win situation because he would come in and just sort of not look at me or acknowledge me and jump into my book bag. And I was like, oh, respect. And it wasn't so much that he was my pet. I just made no attempt to get rid of him.
Yes.
And then he was gone. And I feel used. But, okay, you're scared of these bugs here in Lafayette, and they're not.
Absolutely.
They're not shit.
They're all shit.
They don't sting. They don't bite. They do nothing.
This is my point of bugs in general. Yeah. Not all of them sting, bite, whatever. Just don't come near me.
Right.
Don't land on me. Do not fly past my ears. Don't get anywhere near me.
Yeah, and stop making...
That is all I ask.
Stop making webs everywhere we walk. I mean, that's pretty, like you're trying too hard, bro. Like, you know that we walk here every day. Yeah. Why are you putting little lines of your doo-doo juice and making, like, webs out of it? That's awkward on your part.
This is the only thing I hate about all insects, bugs, anything. Just like, don't come near me.
Yeah, they just they don't.
I don't look for you. Do not look for me.
Yeah, like I won't kill you unless you make me.
Right.
Right. They have no self-awareness.
They're so dumb.
NBC pulls Ultimate Slip and Slide following last month's diarrhea outbreak. Now, I told you about this before the show.
What the hell was this this headline?
So that Slip and Slide show where, you know, you have to, like, complete an obstacle course. They knock you in some water.
Oh, yes.
And so many of the contestants were going in with flossy-ass doo-doo and letting doo-doo particles, diarrhea nonsense into the water. People falling in that water, getting just a little bit in their mouth, and coming down with the diarrhea flu.
That's disgusting. All
to just not win any money. Because only one person wins a menial amount of cash. So, would you jump into some diarrhea water for the chance to win, I don't even know, $7,000 maybe? Now, it has to be an even number, maybe $10,000. It's not Big Brother money.
$10,000? I feel like that's too much.
I'd do it for $1,000.
Oh.
Give me that diarrhea money.
Yeah, get a cleanse.
So, apparently there's a pilot's shortage. This doesn't bode well for you as your trip is
Jesse,
rapidly approaching. Thanks. But apparently they're paying new hires $247 an hour. So that means combined, both of your pilots, you know.
Next topic, please.
All right, sorry.
I'm stressed.
This mother turned in her daughter and her friend who allegedly snatched a woman's purse at Walmart.
Ooh. Okay.
This was in Memphis, Tennessee. So, if your mom took you and your little girlfriend back in the day to Target and she saw y'all snatch a woman's purse, would she call the police on you?
Nope.
Because your mom ain't no snitch. But
probably smack the hell out of me.
What would you do?
What, if I got caught?
Mm-mm.
Oh, if I was the mom? No, I wouldn't call. So just give him a...
What would be the teaching moment there? Mama Altamirano?
Like, something like scared straight.
Oh. Give me your shoes! What, you think this is a joke?
I just keep thinking about that guy, that meme of that, like, guy that's, like, has his head tilt. And he's like...
Oh, he's trying to act sassy?
Yeah,
right. Face. He's like, you don't know, I'm Jerome from down the street. You don't know me, baby. He cocks his head.
Yeah, I don't know if that's that, but okay.
Oh, I saw a different video.
Yeah, okay, sure.
There was a MMA fight only about a week ago, and hometown legend from Lafayette, Louisiana, Dustin Diamond Poirier.
Is his name really Dustin, quote-unquote, Diamond?
That's his nickname. That's his, little fighting name. Dustin Poirier from Lafayette, Louisiana, in the trilogy of the Poirier-Conor McGregor fights, came out on top in the first round after apparently Conor McGregor entered the fight already with a broken leg. That's what he's saying now. How say you?
Of course. That is a lie. That is a lie.
So you watched the fight. Give us the breakdown.
It all happened so fast. I think Poirier, hit McGregor. He fell to the floor. And then something happened with his ankle while he was on the floor.
No. Okay, so here's what happened.
No. Okay, I'm lying.
So Conor McGregor kicked the fuck out of Dustin Poirier's leg, broke his own leg.
Oh, and that's why.
And then Dustin went to go hit him, and he like tried to step back,
but
and he snapped his own leg. It went like a fucking Cheeto. Like, it was just like,
gross.
Good dish. So it collapsed on itself. And the doctor called a stoppage. Dustin Poirier is the winner. And in the post-game interview with Mr. Joe Rogan,
he said the most iconic thing ever.
He turned into a Louisiana hero as if he already wasn't one. And because there were fans booing him. Because a lot of like fair weather MMA fans, or UFC fans rather, are really big into Conor McGregor. He just has like this swagger, this attitude, and this personality that a lot of douchebags really are drawn to, I would say. And he's only been declining over the past 7 to 10 years. And so a lot of fans were booing this sort of unknown, unless you're a real UFC fan, Dustin Poirier. And so to the booing fans, he said, "Oh, all the fans that are booing, y'all can kiss my whole asshole." And he said it in the most Lafayette, Louisiana way I've ever heard. Like, he nailed it. Like, if he was an actor trying to portray someone from Lafayette, Louisiana, he nailed it. So that was pretty cool. And then, yeah, he's a champ. He's a champ. He's making Lafayette great again.
The Lafayette champ.
Yeah.
Lafayette's favorite guy.
So there's this rapper apparently named Lil Baby. Have you heard of him?
No.
Something Baby.
Da Baby?
Da Baby, that's it. Yeah. I get the Lils and the Does. They all suck.
over here.
Get off my lawn. So Da Baby was out somewhere, and there were some kids selling, in New York, they got a bunch of kids, they're all selling their Gushers and their Sweet Tarts. They got little boxes. Yeah, they're trying to get some money for, quote-unquote, the basketball team, la-di-da-di-da.
Oh, yeah.
The math team, that's a tough one to buy. Anyway, the Baby approaches these dudes, and it looks like he's about to just buy them out of their shit. And he's like, "Oh yeah, how much y'all want for that? Like, I'll buy them all." And they're like, $200. And he's like, y'all N-words just fucked up. And he gives them $2. He say, I'll take one of each. Because they tried to hustle him. There were probably only like maybe $60 worth of snacks.
Oh, yeah.
And so they said $200, and he was like, "Nope." And he got a lot of shit for that. Because he said, "I'm trying to teach them a lesson." Right? So how do you feel about this?
Well, I have been approached many times by these type of kids. One time, by my old apartment in Brooklyn, my first apartment, there was a group of kids who would constantly ask every day to donate to their basketball league or whatever.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, this is one of the first stories you ever told me.
Yes. One of the kids was sort of handicapped in the way that his feet were crossed inward, and he had trouble walking.
He was the coach.
He was a little kid.
He knows his X's and O's, Madeline.
And he would always come up to me. And I think one time I did donate. But then they would constantly come up. And I was just like, nah, no. And then I just started not believing that this kid was on a basketball team. And I know that's terrible to say, but
you are canceled. I'm sorry. That is
it just
highly
didn't make
offensive.
Sense to me. And sometimes those things are scams because some parents make their kids go out and
absolutely.
do that.
the one time I bought some cookies on the train. They were expired. That shit was like from a year before. And I was like,
Nope.
well, I mean, I'm glad I contributed, but also I'm not going to eat these. I mean, I ate one or two, but I threw them away after that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I tasted it and I was like, yo. And then I looked down.
Gross.
2017? Gross. Well, in that same vein, not to outdo, what was his name? The Baby?
Da baby.
So, my boy, I think he's from Louisiana, Soulja Boy.
No. Isn't he from like Atlanta or something?
Maybe. Pump that Soulja Boy, whatever.
Superman that hoe.
Oh, that's offensive. So there, he spotted some. This was like days later after the baby incident, and he spotted some kids selling candy bars, and he bought them all up, paid full price for them, and then let them keep their inventory.
Yes, that's nice.
Right?
That's nice. I like that. There's an Instagram or a TikTok page where this guy has a Cash App and people donate to it, and he goes around, I'm pretty sure it's California, giving street vendors $1,000, like different street vendors, like every so often or whatever. But he's not buying their things, he's just giving them money.
Yeah.
Just to give back, because it's hard.
Well,
obviously. I get it.
But
that's vendors. These are little kids, and who knows what's going on.
I would at least get a taco from one of those vendors. I'd be like, here's $1,000 for one of your tacos.
I want a churro.
And I want everything on it. And don't charge me extra, motherfucker. I'm paying $1. Also,
what? That's so rude.
I'm paying $1 and then $9.99.
Anyways.
But the main story here is the baby is a piece of shit and Soulja Boy is the man. And both of their musics stink. Just like dog poop. In Tel Aviv. Do you know where Tel Aviv is?
Yeah.
Where?
Israel.
Yes. They now require dogs to register their DNA into a database so that the city can track down the owners who did not pick up their dog's doo-doo.
That is like my dream. That would be crazy in the city. Trust.
Okay, so yeah, New York, everyone would be in jail. All the dogs would go to shelters, and because that shit was on the stairs when you went up and down the apartment building. It's in the streets. It's on the sidewalk, like smeared onto the sidewalk. Like you would pray for a rain to come, because it's not like city workers are coming and spraying down the sidewalks because there's doo-doo. There's just doo-doo. It's there.
Also, I think this could work in Louisiana too, aka right on the corner of our block.
Yeah.
Where everybody likes to relieve their dogs for some reason, and we still have to walk in these areas sometimes. So.
Yeah. Stop
assholes.
shitting on our goddamn lawn, dogs. Actually, dogs, go for it. Butch Dyke Karen, pick up the fucking dog poo. It's not beneath you. You own a dog.
It's what you do.
I'm sorry to break it to you, but you own a dog.
Or let them poop in your backyard. What the hell?
Oh, not in my backyard. I got tomatoes growing. I've been trying to grow tomatoes for the last 3 years. Interesting.
I got tomatoes growing.
Kraft, of the Kraft macaroni and cheese and just cheese business in general, is entering the frozen treats game with a new mac and cheese flavored ice cream. Will you eat it?
Hell no. Absolutely not.
Okay, so this is the moment
in my life.
This is one of the many moments where I, as a white person, know that it was a white person who came up with this idea, and I'm embarrassed for white people.
As you should be.
I mean, like, do I have no say in this? This affects me.
And also, no one, not one person asked for this. Not one single person wanted this. It was never mentioned.
Right.
We don't want it. The public never said yes.
Like, I could see, okay, I know this is even a stretch for you, but I could see where someone would want the Thin Mints ice cream, right? Where it's like grinded up Thin Mints inside some, which is basically mint chocolate chip, but yet it's Thin Mints or grasshoppers.
And cookies. They're like cookies.
Yeah, it's the wafer and the chocolate mint, the grasshopper from the Keebler mixed in with some ice cream. That I understand. This is like, I would say, the equivalent of the whole like safe space movement. Like, if you wanna go to the far left of just products, you want to go outside the box so far where you're just like, we've thought of everything. Now we have to just do something that doesn't make any sense, but people are going to buy it just because we're making it.
Right. They're going to buy it because they're going to be like, we have to try it.
We're going to buy it.
We're going to put it on TikTok. Our reactions.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to buy it because it exists.
Right. And sometimes I shop like that, so...
Yeah, but not with macaroni and cheese flavored ice cream. Like, if they have, like I've tried every single style of Skittles and Starburst there is, because I know at least I'm going to get somewhat of what I think it's going to be. You know, like, okay, how bad could this be? It's not booger flavored. Like, Jelly Belly tried to do that with booger flavored and popcorn flavor.
The cotton candy one. No, the cotton ball.
Wow, that's...
I don't remember
really?
that.
That's a thing?
I think it was a cotton ball.
Well,
no, or it was a cotton ball, or it was powder flavored.
Well, Johnson & Johnson?
Johnson's.
Johnson's. So Chicago schools are set to give out free condoms to 5th graders and up, saying that society has changed.
I mean, I don't know anything about society, so... But all I do know is that when I was in 5th grade, I didn't even know or think about having sex.
Yeah.
I've never even gotten kissed.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing is, it's... Okay, so we want to spread the word about safe sex, but do we want to do it at such a young age where kids aren't even thinking about that, and then it makes it weird?
I just don't think the school should be involved in that. I think that's something maybe the parents should do if they want to do it.
Well...
Like, I mean, people have been doing that for... ever.
Right, but I would say maybe high school.
Oh, high school, yeah.
Yes, not
high school,
5th grade.
Yeah, not 5th grade. 5th grade, I mean, you still gotta wait for your mom to pick you up from after school.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure there are 5th graders who, for whatever reason, are getting it on, which is a whole other issue. Yeah. But that's likely because of past traumas in their life, and that's a very small percentile. I would say in high school, it's much more common, And that's absolutely when you should be giving it out. And, by the way, with every condom should come a morning after pill. Because you don't know what that condom's going to do.
I agree. You might need that morning after.
Ridiculous. A Taco Bell employee set off fireworks inside the restaurant on accident. This is another 4th of July story. It caused a fire because they accidentally locked themselves out. So apparently...
Wow.
Let's see here.
Wow. Florida? What? Just tell me.
No. I'm sorry. This is Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, close enough.
Yeah, it's a close cousin. But the employees can be seen locking the doors to the business to keep customers from coming inside because they were going to go and do their shenanigans outside, and then they accidentally locked themselves out. And that's why you should pay your employees more so they don't have time for these shenanigans. You think they want to lose their jobs if you're paying them $15 an hour? No, you're paying them $7 an hour. They don't give a fuck. You want to go get some Taco Bell?
Hell yeah. Nope.
The George Floyd mural in Ohio was struck by lightning.
Jeez.
A mere 13 days after it was put up.
13 is a symbolic number.
Interesting. Is it?
I mean, yeah. A superstitious number.
Which number isn't symbolic?
1.
I don't know. Larry would beg to differ.
Oh, that's his number?
He's the one.
Whew.
He's been saying that at least for a while. Let's see here. There were a record high overdose deaths during the pandemic in 2020. Shocking?
Nope.
Not really.
Not at all.
Jesus.
That's just a really sad fact.
29% increase from the previous year. 93,000 Americans died from overdoses. Actually, it doesn't seem like a lot when you think about how many people there are.
There's like 5 billion.
Well, in the United States.
Yeah, is there like 5 billion?
I think it's like 30 million.
Oh, wait, no, that's 5 billion is like the world, right?
Yeah, I think it's, something around there. But in the United States, I think it's like 30, 32 million.
Mm.
And only 93,000. I would have expected more. Wow. Center for Disease Control.
The CDC?
That's what they're known as. There are mosquitoes carrying a virus that causes paralysis and death and have been spotted in at least 6 U.S. states, New York being one of them.
What about Louisiana?
Not mentioned here.
Yet?
Are you scared?
Yes! There's a lot of mosquitoes. I get mosquito bites randomly out of nowhere.
Yeah, but
in the house.
We have trucks coming by every day spraying chemicals into the air, which is perfectly fine.
I saw that for the first time the other day, and I was like, what the hell?
It looked like some Nazi Germany shit.
Yeah. Like, I wanted to run and hide.
It just had its lights blinking with, like, this mist coming out the back of the truck.
Yeah, and it was also, like, it was, like, almost nighttime.
Yeah.
Hazy sunset color.
Not fun. Not fun at all. 2 administrators are placed on leave at a Cleveland hospital after accidentally giving a transplant patient the kidney intended for another patient.
Ooh-hoo-hoo.
How do you fuck that up?
You gotta be real stupid. Because I'm sure the paperwork is crystal clear unless somebody messed that up. Woo!
Well, I've always heard that whenever you have like a major surgery on like your leg or your arm, they give you a marker and you're supposed to mark the arm that's supposed to be performed on.
Right, before they go to the operating room.
I mean, a kidney's sort of hard to get to with a marker. I mean, I guess you kind of could, but...
No, I thought, like, the doctor was supposed to do that to you. Or, like, the nurse.
No, the patient doesn't.
Oh, no.
Okay. This is our last one because I like to end on something that's happy. You know?
Yeah, we're happy Bitties.
This is a happy story. A former Jackson County. I don't know where the fuck that is.
Florida?
No, that sounds like Mississippi. Let's see. Calhoun. Oh, Washington. Oh, this is Washington State.
Uh-oh.
That beautiful, beautiful state. So this deputy will spend the next 12 years in prison. He was found guilty of planting drugs on multiple motorists.
Wow.
19 guilty verdicts handed down based on him planting methamphetamine, marijuana, every controlled substance you can think of. He planted on people just to boost his fucking arrest record.
This guy is an absolute menace.
12 years.
This is a guy that should be publicly shamed, a.k.a. Black Bear.
So...
for causing so much drama for no reason to people.
Because, okay, I've been pulled over before with, let's say, marijuana, which is now legal in Louisiana.
Decriminalized.
But back in the day, the fear that instilled in you when you're getting pulled over and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to jail. Like,
yeah.
That is like the sinking of your heart into your asshole, basically. That is the worst feeling in the world. That dude should have to live that day every day for 12 years.
Yeah.
Where he just wakes up every day, gets in his car, and he thinks he's about to go get some milk for his lovely wife and daughter. Like, okay, Black Mirror, hear me out. So he wakes up every day, he puts on his, let's say he's a trucker, all right? No, let's say he's, something
basic,
like a car salesman, okay? He puts on his little shitty ass, like, I wear this 3 times a week, car salesman outfit. He kisses his wife and his newborn baby, and he gets in his car, he stops off and gets some donuts and a little piece of coffee, and then, he takes a hit of little weed, right? Because, you like to get high before work if you're a car salesman, and then, whoop, whoop, cops stop him. That feeling, and then he gets pulled over, and he gets booked, and then he has to make his call, and then he just has to sit there. And then, boom, wake up the next day. Same thing.
No.
Same thing.
No, I think it should be something worse.
Whoa.
Not even something worse, but just like something to the effect where he can feel the same way those victims felt.
Right.
All those years.
Right.
I don't think just reliving, oh, I'm getting pulled over and arrested for weed. Yeah, you're arrested, but then, like, what happens next? That's the real deal.
I think the immediacy...
Public shame.
Shame. Alright, well, we should just behead him. Let's just fucking behead him in the middle...
Can we throw cotton balls at him? Or chancletas?
Or both?
Cats.
Yeah, cats.
Throw cats on him.
That haven't been shaved or...
empty beer cans.
Or feces.
So that's when things get smelly, and I don't really like to participate in smelly things.
That's true. We would have to witness the smell.
Yes.
Well, good luck on your trip, Bitty. This could be our last episode.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
I mean, you could meet a guy...
I can't believe it.
You could meet a guy in New York and just be like, wow, you're a lot cooler than my fiance, so I guess I'll give him the call and let him know now. And also we had a podcast, and I guess that's over too now, and I guess just bye.
Wow. Okay. To be determined.
Wow. That's a ring endorsement.
You're my man and I love you.
Bless you, Bitty.
Bless you.